So I decided to do a video about all the clumsy crap I've done to injure myself, because I enjoy telling stories and because a lot of people find them quite like ew, which is to me funny. They will most definitely not be in chronological order because half of them I don't remember exactly how old I was when it happened. And obviously I'll just tell you as I remember them. So obviously in the meantime, I hope you guys have had a lovely start to your June, and I hope that the rest of the rest of the month goes smoothly. I will obviously be doing a rant and a rave for this month at some point. But in the meantime, I have this lovely video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get into the stories. So, I'm going to start with my favourite one to tell people because it freaks them out the most. When I was about 8, I think, I'm going to say 8 because that's what I think. Basically, my mum was upstairs, I think it was my mum, and I was going to go out with family. So I was running upstairs to say goodbye, and I tripped, and I landed like that on the stairs. So my teeth went through my tongue and forward a little bit, so it's kind of like a flap on my tongue. So obviously freaking out a little bit. Unfortunately, there's nothing that the doctors could do because it's my tongue, they can't exactly put stitches on it, and because it was quite a thin, like the top lip, like obviously the first bit was quite thin where it had gone down that way, like down, so they couldn't stitch it or anything. Obviously I just kind of had to wait for my tongue to fix itself to heal. So yeah, that was quite interesting. That's pretty much all I remember about it. I don't remember a lot about what happened after. I'd imagine eating and drinking wasn't exactly the easiest task. I still don't know if you guys can actually see this, but where my tongue's grown, obviously it's kind of pushed the scar from in the middle to the side, and the right here, if you want to see my tongue. Yeah, so I still have memories. So that was the first one. I also want to say about, again, don't know how old I was in this one. I'm pretty sure I was just a dumb child, and I got on top of a plastic chair and I was like, it'd be great, I love this chair, I'm gonna jump, bounce on it, and then it broke. I fell through and a big piece cut all the way up across my back, and the doctor said if it had gone even the slightest bit further in, then like Chloe, I wouldn't exist today. So that was my near-death experience. So that was a very lucky and stupid incident on my part, because obviously I shouldn't have been jumping up and down on a chair, a plastic chair. A similar thing, my door was locked once. I come home with my sister. There's like a fish tank by the window to the kitchen, and like the top little thin one was open, so obviously I like reached down to open the big one so I could climb through and then go and open the door. Now I don't know why I did this, but I thought the thing was made of like heavy plastic, so it's like, fine, just step on that. Like, I'm only going to do it like briefly and it's not going to be all my weight and whatever. My leg fell through, I fell back, and right behind me was a trampoline with obviously really metal frame, so my back hit the metal frame. For a while I didn't realise that anything had actually cut me, but then I got upstairs, I was taking my tights off, and there was a piece of glass on the inside of my knee, actually. Have I still got a scar? I think I do. Scar. Right there.
Absolutely fantastic.
If I could show you the one from my back, I would, but Ben was taking all of my clothes off, and I don't want to do that. Obviously, I can't even see it myself, so I don't even know how bad it is, or if it's really still visible. But I know for a while I still had one. Actually, let me take these shoes off, because I might still have one on my foot from this other one that I'm going to tell you. So basically, playing the PlayStation in my dad's room. This was before I had money and before I bought myself an Xbox. Because he told me I could play it. So I was like, yes, I'm going to play it. He come in with my uncle, and he was like, right, get off. We're playing now. And I was like, no, but you said I could play the PS3 and I've barely been in here. Basically, I got really angry with him. So I went to storm out of his room and I stood on something, and obviously at that time I didn't realise my foot just kind of stung a little bit, and I was like, ooh, what the frack the diddly deck was that? And then I realised my foot was bleeding because it was dripping all over the carpet and staining the carpet. So there's stains on the carpet in the hallway. Yeah, initially thought I'd just bruised it. So I was like, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. And then I looked down and there was blood, because I could hear something dripping, and I just thought, because our tap is quite shit. I know it's a bit of a different, but you know, I was naive and stupid and still am. So it was bleeding, so I was like, Dad. So I had to like have my foot in the air on my way to the hospital. Basically there was a broken ashtray. Which foot was it? I can't remember which foot it was now. I don't think it's kind of still there. It's not really anything that I can show you, to be fair. I don't know. I can barely see it, so I don't think you'll be able to see it. Yeah, it's not worth me trying to show you that, sorry. Yeah, so there's a broken ashtray down the side of my dad's bed, and I stood on it. Obviously I didn't realise it was there. When I stomped, I was kind of just like, I'm going to assert my dominance. Didn't have any, but you know. So, yeah, I had to make my way to the hospital with my foot up in the air, and then because the layer of skin was so thin, they couldn't stitch it. So they had to put butterfly stitches on it, and I had to wear like a big bandage for ages. I'm an idiot. This one, you guys might find funny. I have a fear of going on bumper cars now. And really any kind of car. I'm kind of scared to be driving. Obviously I'm not driving, like I'm still doing lessons, but you know. Basically, again, don't know how old I was, I went on a bumper car and may or may not have got my 2 front teeth stuck in the steering wheel of a bumper car. Don't know what happened, I must have my mouth open, I must have jolted, and they just got wrenched in. Yeah, so that wasn't top notch. I'm surprised they still are intact, to be quite honest with you, because not only that, when I went down the slide at my nan's, I think it was, I had my knees like this, and I was like this, and I hit the floor, like, kind of awkwardly, and I got my 2 front teeth stuck in my knee. My leg! And then got them stuck in my knee. Obviously, I could get them out quite easily. It's a bit different from getting them stuck in a fucking steering wheel, but yeah. Again, idiot Chloe. I think this is the last story that I can remember. No, it's not. It's 2 more. I'll tell you the crappier one first, and then I'll tell you this one. Right, so the only time I broke my arm, I fell off a chair. I fell off a chair and I broke my arm. And might I add, my mum did not believe me that I had broken it, so she sent me to bed. And the only time she believed me and let me go to like the hospital was when I got up in the morning. She was like, come on, get out of bed. So I went to crawl across the bed and I just collapsed on one side because of my arm. And that was when she was like, okay, maybe we should take you to the hospital. Yes, mum, maybe you should. But she'd done a similar thing to my older sister, because my older sister was outside skipping before school, she was going for it. And she, I don't know what she did, but she kind of like fell and I was on her wrist weird, so obviously like her wrist was just broken, and it was very obvious because it was swollen. But my mum refused to believe it, so she asked everyone that we saw along the way, like, do you reckon it's swollen? Like, do you reckon we should take it? And they're all like, you need to take it to the hospital. She's like, nah. And then she got to the school, she went to the reception, she was like, listen, she had a fall, she thinks she's hurt her wrist. I thought she should come to school, I just thought I'd come and ask you, and they were like, you need to fucking take it to the hospital. Turns out it was broken, so great parenting, Mum. Well done. Well done for having belief in your kids. Luckily I don't think my little sister's had any issues like that. I did accidentally make her cut her head open. That sounds really bad. I was on a bike. Some other girl was on a bike. My little sister was pushing a little pram with a baby in it. Fake baby, obviously, not a real baby. And this was like in a car park, like a little car park thing. Like, obviously it wasn't one that you used, it was like an old abandoned. Hello? I'm talking to my phone, come here. I was just about to tell them about when I accidentally made you crack your head open.
Oh, I'm not a tramp.
Just come here for a minute, I'm just going to tell this before I tell my last story. I was telling them about, the times that I've injured myself like an idiot.
What?
Sit.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. If you're going to come in here, then you have to be in the view of the camera. Right, so, little baby Amy.
I'm not a bit.
You was a baby.
I'm
Pushing her little
Five.
pram with a little fake doll in it. We were in like the abandoned car park over there that no one really uses. And there was a big puddle in there. That plays part in the story. So I was on a bike, this other girl was on a bike. She rode like straight into me, so I had to swerve. And as I swerved, I hit the pram, which then sent her flying. And then I realised that something was wrong because the puddle started to become red. I was like, oh dear. So, yeah. She went through about 60 towels, I think it was, wasn't it? Trying to like keep your head kind of okay.
It's this big.
Yeah, but still, I apologise.
It's nice.
Okay, the last one that I'm going to tell you about me was there's like these wooden posts in a park near me, so I was walking across those like an idiot. Yeah, you remember what one I'm talking about now, don't you? Right. This was after the thing with my tongue, by the way, so just bear that in mind. So I was walking across those and I missed a step and I fell and I landed on one of the posts like that with my chin. So a family was just, I was on my own at this point, and then a family were coming into the park. So obviously I was like, oh my god. The family were like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then I felt something in my mouth, so I spat it out. It's one of my teeth. Good job. Luckily one of my baby teeth. So I picked it up, I was like, oh, I need that. So then I walked out the park and they were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. As soon as I got out of the park, I was in tears. I was like, ah, no. My mouth was just pouring with blood. My chin was swollen. I still have excess like stuff in my chin, which makes it slightly bigger and firmer than normal people's, because they were like, oh, it's going to go. It hasn't. Can I feel? Feel it.
No.
Feel it.
No.
Feel it.
No.
Feel it. My little golf ball here. So yeah, my chin is actually not how it's supposed to be. So I was crying, I was screaming, and then my older sister come out of nowhere, and she's like, so she ran into my house telling my mum that I'd split my tongue open again. Yeah, I hadn't. I was just bleeding from when my tooth had come out. I think it was one tooth, it might have been two actually. But I was like, I thought that I'd like accidentally bit off some of the wood or something. Like when in my head, when I felt something in my mouth, I was like, did I get some other wood in my mouth? So I spat it out, which is why I spat it out and didn't really, I just spat it onto the floor and I saw something white and I was like, I need that. Can you think of any other stupid things I've done?
I don't know what stories you've told.
Right, I've told my tongue, getting my teeth stuck in my knee.
Have you told the chair one?
What? Yeah, but we're going up my back. Yeah, and the one with the fish tank. And my foot.
That's funny, you don't actually do it.
Yeah, I know. And my foot.
Yeah. Frick.
And breaking my arm. And that was it. Have I done anything else? Right, so I don't know if this counts as an accident, but basically one of the people at the eye place taught me how to clean the contacts wrong, so it burnt off the cells of the front of my eyes, so my eyesight's worse. Right.
I came in here to ask you if I could use your sellotape.
No.
Huh?
No.
Please!
You've got to say goodbye now. Amy, hold on. Right.
I said bye.
I've got to say goodbye. Right. So I hope you kind of enjoyed the lovely, interesting stories that I've told you. Leave any stupid things that have happened to you that, you know, you've kind of made a little bit of a mistake and something bad's happened. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I will speak to you soon. Bye.